Cats. They're best known for being bodega managers, getting tossed in the air by streamers, and having their own video game on the way in 2022 called Stray. Looks pretty cool. Look up the trailer sometime. The point is, cats are in style. I remember the first time I saw Matt Reeves' The Batman like it was yesterday. Probably because it was only like a month ago, but that's not the point. Every time Zoe Kravitz appeared on the silver screen, I felt myself getting more and more naked in the movie theater. It started with a sock. Then it was my watch. Whoops. Next thing you know, I'm sitting in a crowded movie theater with just my boxers on. All right, that didn't actually happen, or did it? Seriously, I just needed a way to captivate your attention at the top of the video. Now that I have your attention, I'd like to present to you Catwoman Haunted. It's a new animated film available on HBO Max that got zero promotion. This thing was released in 2022, and I only know of it because I was bored and scrolling through the HBO Max catalog. According to the info page on HBO Max, the runtime is only an hour and 18 minutes. I love superhero content, and I needed some content for this page, so why not? I can spare an hour. That's an easy watch. So it seemed that DC is digging deeper into their bag of characters and trying to show love to some people outside the typical Justice League roster. I'm not a Catwoman fan at all, but Catwoman Haunted is a fun ride. On the info page, it boasts that this animated film uses an anime style of art, and that's the first thing I have to compliment about Haunted. The artwork in this film is great. Character models are slick, and everything in this dark world felt vibrant. Some of the lighting effects during the combat in the back half of the movie were really crispy. I did some research on the production company Warner Bros. Collaborated with for the art in this film, and it's OLM Incorporated. One look at their Wikipedia page, and you can see they have a nice pedigree with contributions to Pokemon, Beyblade, Yokai, Zoids, and Ninjala, just to name a few. I honestly wouldn't be mad if Warner Bros. Continues to collaborate with them on future animated movies. So the basic premise of this movie, without spoiling anything too crazy, is at the top of the movie, Catwoman is being Catwoman, you know, stealing stuff. She catches herself in a bind where eventually she's bailed out by the feds and Batwoman. Not Batgirl, Batwoman. You know, the one with the red hair, the one that had a show on CW where she started off as a white woman. Then in season 2, she magically became a black woman. You know, the same show that proudly boasted in the launch trailer that Batman's suit could only be perfection when worn by a woman. You know, that same show where Batwing dressed like a budget cosplayer at Comic-Con? Yeah, canceled. Wonder why. Anyways, Catwoman agreed to help Batwoman and the feds, who happen to look like bootleg Jill Valentine from Resident Evil, take down this organization that controls all the cartels across the globe in exchange for clearing her record. Of course she agrees, and they go on an adventure kicking all types of butt. The movie really plays up the relationship between Catwoman and Batwoman. I'm not too familiar with either character's source material, so feel free to let me know in the comment section below, but did these two always have some type of sexual tension? If not, it's weird since Bruce isn't in this movie, they thought why not just make Catwoman flirt with the other Bat. I refuse to believe Selena gonna switch on Bruce like that, but even if she did, I refuse to believe Batwoman would be her first choice in the Bat family. It's much more believable that she'd want some dick from Dick. Anyways, one of the highlights of Haunted is the background instrumentals. Anytime Catwoman did something cool, this jazzy instrumental would play. It set the tone that things were going to heat up, but it still fit the character by not being overbearing. Rather, the music did a great job of reminding you that this anti-hero is never too busy to keep it sexy. I compare the music in this movie to Rouge the Bat's theme in Sonic Adventure 2. Look it up if you've never heard it. It's a classic. One thing that did surprise me, and this is a positive, is the movie is gruesome. It's interesting that it's only rated PG-13 because this is not a kid's film. There is a solid amount of blood, and several people got their head chopped off. I don't want to talk about the main villain too much because it's a major plot twist at the end of the film, but how she goes out, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty nasty. I love that stuff. Just be aware if you have young kids or little nieces and nephews that you'd prefer not to watch this type of content, that it is gruesome. Honestly, the first half of the movie I was kind of meh about. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Catwoman fan. It felt like another generic superhero tale, but the second half of the movie really heats up. Things just get out of control, and honestly, I was waiting for the moment when Batman or someone else from the Justice League shows up to save Cat and Batwoman. It never happened. Instead, Catwoman takes on the main villain, and she did some things that left me scratching my head. I know Catwoman's a solid fighter, but come on, it's Catwoman. She's not top tier DC. I don't want to spoil anything, so if you watch the movie, you'll understand what I mean by the previous statement. All I'm saying is Catwoman ends someone who is a prominent villain of one of the founding members of the Justice League. I just had a hard time wrapping my brain around that one. Then again, admittedly, I'm not the biggest Catwoman fan, so maybe you'll know something about Selena that I don't. What I do know is it's a fun watch. It's new, it's only an hour and some change, so it's an easy watch. Is this anywhere near my favorite DC animated film? No. The first half of the film was below average to me, but the second half really picks up and it redeems itself to where I say this is an average DC animated film. It's not must-see TV, but if your watch queue is looking a little light and you have HBO Max, then why not? Now act like you know how to hit the like button. I'm just saying.